All right, this is a tutorial on how to do a tween. So you have five things that you're supposed to do on this assignment, and one of them is a tween. And so I'm going to show you how to do a tween at this moment. And now to do a tween, the first thing you need to do is have a layer. You got to create a new layer. So the way you do that is create this plus sign right here. Click this plus sign, you get a new layer. You should always label. This is the third tween I do on here. So I'm going to name this tween 3. And they never do spaces in the name, so you got to do an underscore. So doing a tween is actually pretty simple. The more complicated thing is just to miss a step in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle or a shape. And so I'm going to create a shape in one side of the stage. And then I'm going to go to the last frame available. I'm going to create a keyframe. And then with the selection tool, I'll move that shape all the way down. Remember, a keyframe ends up being a copy of the last frame. So that's why I moved it. So if I go back and scroll back, you'll see that the ball is still in the same place. The last one is in a new place. So now to create a tween, you just got to select the first one, the first keyframe, hold shift, select the last keyframe. You'll see that basically all the frames turn to a light blue. That means we've selected it all and we're telling the computer we want to go from this frame to this frame. Please animate the frames in between. So now we got to go up to the menu at the very top of your screen where it says animate, move over to insert, and you want to put in classic tween. Now, if it worked, your frames are still light blue, but you could see a purple tinge to them. So if you deselect, they are purple. And as you scroll, the ball should go for, or the circle should go from where you started to where you ended. Now, part of the tween is you're supposed to make it disappear. That is a different step, and this is how you do that. You're going to select the last frame, because remember, the last frame designates how it ends. So whatever you do, whatever changes you make to the last one, it will fill in the rest from the beginning to the end. So we want to use our properties menu. If you don't see your properties menu, you might, see this. You want to click this right here, which gives you your properties, library, and assets under properties. And under properties, you're going to have tools, object, and frame. Now, we could tween the object because we wanted to make it disappear, but we're going to choose frame. And that means anything drawn on that frame will disappear. So we're going to scroll down and you want to go to color effects because that's going to affect the color of the frame. And we want to choose alpha. Now here in alpha, you get to toggle this right here, and you could toggle it down to 0. So that means how you see it, the opacity is down to 0, so you don't see it. And that's it. Now let's go back, click away, and now let's scrub back. Let's go to the beginning. Yep, it's solid. It's at 100%, and then it slowly disappears while moving. So that's basically how you tween an object and make it disappear. And that's one of the goals for this project that you have to complete.